So in today's episode, we're going to show you how easy it is to install a fire extinguisher and why it's so important. Big shout out to Moss again for sponsoring this video. This is an Element E50 fire extinguisher, which it doesn't look like your normal fire extinguisher. It is a 50-second runtime fire extinguisher. It's meant to be compact. It's meant for car fire type stuff. We actually run these in all of our own cars, and it's just way smaller, easier to mount, and way cheaper than your traditional car style fire extinguisher. So why would you want to run a fire extinguisher? The average fire department response time is 5.5 minutes, and I don't know about you guys, but all of us here have a lot of money invested in our cars, and 5.5 minutes will burn your car to the ground. So having something like this lets you just hop out in a hopefully never happens emergency and put the fire out on your own. Everybody knows Miata dad, Greg Peters, his car caught on fire, which is why he did the all righteous VVT swap. I've had friends message me, Cade's car caught on fire the other day. So it's definitely something that happens. You don't want to be that guy watching your car and tons of hours and money burned down on the side of the road. It's probably depressing. It's cheap, it's great. The link for this is gonna be down below if you want to check it out. And the best part is it's very easy to mount in the car. So we'll show you how to do that. First thing you want to do when you're gonna mount this is understand where you're gonna mount it. You don't want to put it in the trunk or somewhere where it's hard to get it. In the case of an emergency, you want to be able to grab it and go. You don't have to unlock anything. So it comes with this little C-clip mount, more or less, that just clamps right on. I've modified it a little bit, so I slotted these holes, it's kind of messy right now, so that I can put the bolts in easier. But for the track car, we're gonna go somewhere kind of right here. That way, in an emergency, you can just reach over while you're strapped in the harnesses, grab it, and then jump out, open it, and use it. For our street cars, at least mine on the K-Swap is mounted right here, and I've tested it out. I can actually reach underneath the seat from seatbelt on, driving position, and grab the fire extinguisher very easily. It's another good spot. It's hidden, you can't see it from public eye, so it's kind of nice. But there are mounts for the roll bar if you have a roll bar, which this is supposed to be mine, but you could mount it kind of here on a roll bar. You could like 3D print a mount or adapt this, probably on the side, up on top. These are great mounting points. They're very, very strong, so definitely don't hesitate to use it. But for today, I'm gonna show you how to mount it down here. The tools that I'm gonna use, you don't have to do the same thing, but this is gonna make it really easy. Stepped or Christmas tree bit on a drill. You've got your bracket, Sharpie, and then this is a riv nut tool, which we'll put a link to this down below. This is like the most useful tool ever. We use it for everything. And with those, you'll be able to tighten this up, and whatever wrench you need for the bolts. This is gonna be a 10 mil in our case. So we're gonna mark it, drill it, riv nut it, tighten it up, and that's it. It's probably, if you're not filming it, 5-minute install. Mounted up, it's as easy as that, especially with riv nuts. Buy the tool. So what's nice here is if I'm harnessed in to get this, I can just, and you're done. You use the one, you replace it with a new one, it snaps right in. Hopefully you don't ever have to use it, but better safe than sorry. So this is perfect mounting for a track car in my opinion. We don't have a passenger seat yet, so maybe it sucks for passenger, but we can always move it if we have to. So yeah, easy as that. Big shout out to Moss for sponsoring this as usual. They've been a huge help on this whole build. So yeah, and on a somber note, this is the last video we are filming in the shop.
This is it. It's pretty empty, actually.
Yeah, so we are in the process of moving out this weekend. You will see more videos that were filmed here, like on Dylan's car, but those were filmed in the past, so.
Yeah,
this is it.
It's gonna be kind of funny. We're gonna be jumping back and forth in this spot and your house,
yeah,
which is where we're gonna be finishing up my build. So you'll still see videos in here, but this is the last one we're making in here, which is kind of a somber moment.
Yeah, it's for the better, so.
Yeah.
This thing will eventually make it to my house too, and we're gonna be wrapping it, slamming it, and doing some finishing touches. It's not 100% buttoned up yet, so.
Yeah. I also am attempting to close on a house right now, so content is coming. It's, we're a little behind.
Yeah, a little busy.
But it's coming. So stay tuned for wrapping the track car as well as getting that ITB build started.
You know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for probably the coolest build, definitely the coolest build I've ever done. So.
Yeah.